Welcome to the Prosperity Profiles podcast, sponsored by Prosperity Profilers, LLC. They'll help you look prosperous, feel prosperous, and be prosperous. We hope you listen often, and if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. Now, here's your host, four-time #1 best-selling author, speaker, and business coach, Holly Porter.
Hello, and welcome back, everyone. It is a beautiful day where I'm at, and I'm pretty sure it's a beautiful day where my next guest is because I can hear birds in the background. It sounds so beautiful. I have an awesome guest today that I'd like to introduce to you. His name is fiZ, and he is a hit songwriter and singer whose music has been on the Billboard Charts. He's also the author of Ignite the Rocket Star Within. And that's a book that helps people get clear on their life purpose. fiZ has been awarded for his humanitarian work with physically challenged children as seen on News 12, Long Island, and continues to donate his time playing and writing for children with special gifts. fiZ has also has a company called Signature Songs, as he injects his infectious hit songwriting style to help speakers, entrepreneurs, authors, and companies ignite their brand by taking their message and their mission statement and helping them create their own signature songs. How cool is that? So their clients are inspired to invest in them and their services. So welcome to the show, fiZ.
Thanks, Holly. It's nice to be on here.
So share with everybody, because we also do video and audio. So some are listening and they're not going to see us, and some will see us talking. Share where you are in the world right now.
So I'm presently in Costa Rica, and I'm doing things with a place called fiZ. It's one of the reasons why I'm in Costa Rica, which is a retreat. It's a luxury retreat center designed for transformational leaders, speakers, entrepreneurs, anyone that has a message. What I do is, like you were saying, what you were sharing is, I take their signature, and I got the idea from just studying these speakers and entrepreneurs, and somebody had said, wow, you should have your own signature speech. And I thought, wow, they should have their own signature song. So when they go on stage, they've got their song. And so that's how I came up with the idea for signature songs. And so I've been writing songs for entrepreneurs and speakers. So when they go on stage, they have their song, and they're able to reach more people, because obviously music is the universal language, and it's 10,000 times more powerful than the best copyright you can have for your business, because songs really connect to people's hearts. So I came to Costa Rica because Ben and Jen, the founders of fiZ, love the work I've been doing. And so I'm doing custom song retreats there to help people create their own signature song. And I'm also doing something I recently created called Soulmate Songs, where I'm writing songs for couples and taking their love story and helping them have their own soulmate song.
Well, how?
And so that's one of the reasons why I'm here in Costa Rica. And just to make a correction, the book is called Ignite the Rock Star Within.
Oh.
I think you said Rocket Star, which I kind of like, actually.
Oh, forgive me. I probably did.
I kind of like rockets. I was like, well, wait a minute, though. That's kind of cool. And of course, I've got my CD sitting here. I figured if people, if watching video, they could just look and see this is just a CD that I had recorded that's amazing, and produced by a Grammy Award-winning producer. And he's the same guy I use on a lot of my signature songs. I have a lot of different packages, but my high-end package is with the Grammy Award production by a Grammy Award-winning producer. So I literally work with the best people in the music industry.
Well, and you're very talented. I will say. So a couple plugs. You and I met at an event, right? We've been to different events together. I meet a lot of my friends that I you know, have become really good friends with at events. So people that
Yeah.
are speaking events are gone and over with nowadays. No, that's where I meet some of the best people on the planet. But I will say, you know, songs are so important. You're right. And so you know, I had a song written, and you and I talked about this way before I met you years ago. When I got into real estate, I had a song written for me by Wayne Newton's music director. And
Yeah.
it played on the radio is what I made it for. And it was a country station. So it was a little country. The guy was so talented. Scotty Alexander did it. But he played this commercial, and I'm not kidding you, my kids were in high school at the time, and they were so embarrassed because their friends would go up and down the halls of high school singing it, because it was a very catchy tune. Had my name in it, had my phone number in it. It was 1877 by Holly, which I lost that phone number, which made the song like not even any value to it. But I will say, what happened was 5 years after that quit playing on the radio, when I wasn't paying for that advertising, people were still coming up to me, because it played during the week, but it played on Sounds of Sunday, that a lot of people listen to this one station. So 5 years later, people were still telling me they heard me on the radio. Like then, they thought they still were hearing me on the radio 5 years later. That's how powerful it was. And so, yes, I think for having a signature song, if you're a speaker or somebody in the light, you know, especially, you go and get on stage and have something that's all about you and signature to you only, I think it's more powerful than you could ever know. And I know you do it for such a great price. So anybody that wants something like that, you need to get a hold of fiZ, because he definitely puts his heart and soul into it. I know that for a fact.
Thanks, Holly. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's a powerful way to connect to your people, to your tribe. I have clients like Nancy Matthews that owns the Women's Prosperity Network, and she has her song "Be the One," which I encourage your listeners to listen to. If they go on YouTube and just put in "Be the One," Nancy Matthews, fiZ, they'll see a video. It's just beautiful. You could see her tribe, the Women's Prosperity Network, and she plays it at every event, and everyone loves the song, and it really connects and it bonds everybody closer together to what her message is about, treating everybody like they're the one and everyone's special. And so it's even more than just your song. It's really is a song that resonates with the people, that resonate with your soul. And I believe one of the reasons that I'm so successful and I'm powerful about the way I do it is I don't write your song for you. I write your song with you. And that is a really powerful element to it. So it's not like I listen, write down who you are and what you need and a jingle or this and that and write it. Like we go on a journey together and we create your song together. I listen to what you have to say. I take your words and your spirit and your soul, because you're not a product, you're a soul. And you have an important message and a mission. And I take that and I put that into your song. So it's like we go on a journey together. It's like a journey of the heart. And it really, that's one of the reasons why what I do is so powerful and so effective and so life-changing for the people that I write a song with you. And like I mentioned, Synergita, Ben and Jen Rohde, the founders of Synergita, this is a really high-end retreat. And so these people know the value of music. These are very intelligent people. You know the importance and the value of having your own song. And so on the other spectrum with soulmate songs, their song literally helped their relationship. They and they're a couple that are one of the highest paid sex therapists on the planet, or at least they were. They're kind of phasing out into this other thing with their business, but they literally had this sexual explosion business where they get paid like 50 to 100,000 a session. So to help like high-end transformational women step into their power more. And so they're these are people that are specialists with relationships. And this video that I was just sharing with you that they gave, they were sharing a testimonial about their soulmate song that I wrote with them for them, literally helped their relationship. It helped them through troubled spots. It helped them bond closer. And it's a song that they're going to cherish forever. And so it's just so powerful on so many levels.
I love it. Well,
Yeah.
what got you into music? Let's go there.
I've always associated music with healing, and that's what music always was for me.
Mm-hmm.
I always connected to music on that healing level because I grew up in an environment that was pretty turbulent. My parents got divorced when I was very young, and it was a very turbulent breakup. So they were always fighting, and there was just a lot of chaos. And so music for me was my escape from the chaos. And when what I would do is I had this ritual that I gave to myself that I did almost every day. And I normally would like put on like a Beatles album, or I would just listen to music and close my eyes. And I would visualize being this rock star that was performing this music. And I always associated with like healing children and healing others. And so that's what it was for me. It was like this very healing situation. And so I always connected music to healing and helping the world. And then the visualization was so powerful. I would come out of those sessions crying. And so years later, I literally manifested that into reality. And years later, the news found out about my work performing for physically challenged children. And they did a whole segment on me on News 12 Long Island for my work performing for the physically challenged children. And so when I saw the movie The Secret, that was validation for me. I'm like, absolutely, visualization is absolutely true. It absolutely does work. The key is you have to put emotion and feeling to it. What happens is I think people where they get confused is the people that I think that haven't had success with that maybe is they probably didn't put enough emotion to it. And also I think people got misinformed where they think you could just visualize and it's going to happen. It's like, obviously, you have to put things into action, right?
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Well, music's always spoke to my heart. I've always wished I could play instruments. I'm not saying I won't ever. I've taken guitar lessons, but I like my nails, so you have to cut them all off to play the guitar. But music speaks to me a lot, and I get a lot of answers to things that I set my goals and manifestations to. I get in songs, like whether it be on the radio or I just start seeing something comes to my mind. Music's so powerful. So I love what you're doing in the world, and there's not a lot of people that really are doing what you're doing.
Thanks, Holly. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's a blessing. It really, I never thought I would be writing songs for entrepreneurs and speakers. I thought it was just I had the goal to be like the rock star, like John Lennon and the Beatles. And as you know, life has bigger plans. And through my journey, just realizing, wow. And they were kind of showing me, like my spirit guides were showing me, it's actually bigger than the Beatles. And I was like, how is that possible? How could it be bigger than the Beatles? They're the biggest rock band in the world. But through my journey, and I realized, oh, okay, I get it. Because I'm writing songs for everyone else. And I said, like I said in my book, everyone's a rock star and everyone has their own song. Like every one of you that's listening to me right now, you have your own song, you have your own message, right? So the fact that I'm writing songs for people, it just registered. I'm like, oh yeah, it makes sense. It is bigger than just being a rock star where I'm just writing my own songs. Now I'm writing songs for everybody else. And so I'm actually working on an event right now that's probably going to be in September, where I'm combining rock stars with speakers and entrepreneurs. So a lot of my clients are going to go on stage and share their message, and then they have their song playing.
Oh, yeah, that'll be neat. Now, are you going to do that there, or are you coming back to the States?
That's supposed to be in New York, and we haven't confirmed it yet, but possibly I might do this event with event with Ryan Long, if you know Ryan Long,
Of course, yeah.
who does the City Gala events. Ryan, I met Ryan at Cinegita. I knew about Ryan, but Ryan was staying at Cinegita, that luxury in the luxury resort where I'm doing things there, and he loves the idea of this event. So we're mentioning doing this event in September in New York City.
Nice. Well,
Yeah.
let's all stay tuned for that, because that would be
Yeah.
powerful. Ryan does some amazing things, so he'd be
Yeah.
a great person to be aligned with for sure. Love that. So what's next for you?
What's next is, just focusing on the retreats here and continuing to write songs for speakers and entrepreneurs, and the retreats here, having people come here and me working intimately with them on their soulmate song or their signature song here in Costa Rica. And also I wrote a rock opera musical. So I'm focused on getting the investors for that. And I'd say that's really one of my biggest whys. That's like part of the, like we all have goals. Some of them are bigger than the others. That's like definitely one of my really big ones. And it's a big rock opera. It's called fiZ and the Ultimate Dream. And it's a multi-dimensional time travel love story. Based on fiction, nonfiction, some other elements, but it's really designed to unite humanity. And of course, the most powerful way to teach people and unite humanity and awaken humanity is through story, through music. And so it's a combination of story and song, and it's very spiritual yet fun. So that's another thing I'm working on, is getting the investors to bring that to the world.
Great.
So I'm looking for investors for that.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
we have just a couple more minutes. Jumping back to the retreat or the song, signature song, if somebody wanted to work with you, we're going to put your contact information here in the show notes. But if somebody wanted to find
Sure.
you, okay, first of all, they don't have to come there, right? You can do it.
No. Most of my clients have been over the phone. I can tune into people over the phone, just like singing with like energy work, with people that do energy work. They don't have to be in your presence, right? Because a lot of the true energy work is done through, it's done through, excuse me, hold on one second. It just through different dimensions, right? So it's not through the physical. So a lot of work I do is through over the phone. But if they wanted to come here, they can. Obviously, there's more time spent with me if they did that.
Who doesn't want to come to Costa Rica?
Right, and Cinegita, it's a very high-end retreat. So they have the ability to spend more time with me in a very high-end luxury resort, and so there's different options.
Okay. Well, good. Well, where would they contact you, fiZ?
Facebook, I'd say, is the best way to contact me. I'm on Facebook as fiZ Anthony, F-I-Z Anthony. Anthony is my birth name. I go by fiZ, but on Facebook, I'm on there as fiZ Anthony, F-I-Z, so fiZ with one Z. Or they can email me, fiZ, F-I-Z, at signaturesonsbyfiz.com. So those two different ways that they can reach out to me.
Yeah.
And what I like to do, and if I have an application that I send people, and if it's a right fit, I send them my calendar and we can book time together and see how that works.
Okay. And
Yeah.
share with our listeners, because I'm sure if they're listening, they're wondering what the heck all those noises are behind you.
I know. I'm so sorry about that.
No, share us where you are.
I'm renting a house in the mountain in Canaan, and so I'm close to Cinegita, but the internet by my house has been kind of funky. So I'm sorry. I know I'm hearing somebody with a motorcycle, and I apologize about that. But I'm actually at this butterfly dome here, and it's just so beautiful.
Wow. It's amazing.
Yeah.
For you that can't see and you're only listening, it's beautiful. There's a big dome thing. And so they raise butterflies there?
They have they have butterflies here in this butterfly dome. And if I had if it was open, I would walk you guys through it. It's closed today. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, Fiz, we're so glad that you were able to join us today. Is there one last thing on your heart that you want to share with anybody?
I just want to thank you so much for this wonderful interview and this wonderful opportunity to share what I do with all you amazing, most of your listeners, I'm sure, are people that have a message, that are on a mission. If you're an entrepreneur, you usually are. You're people that are heart-centered, and that's what it's all about, right? It's all about the heart, and it's all about helping one another. And there's no powerful way to do that more than through song. That's why the rock stars reach so many people. And that's what I help you do, is help you ignite the rock star within, take your message and put that into a song so more people can hear you, hear your message, and you're able to help more people and reach more people. And your song will be playing forever and ever. What I say to people is, when you pass on and leave your body, there's very few people that are going to see your tombstone, but your song is going to be playing on forever and ever. So I really want to encourage any of you that have a mission, have a message, reach out to me, send me a message, and let's connect. And let me share. You'll definitely get some great insight from me either way, because I'm super intuitive, and I could share some great insight for them too with their business, because I've studied a lot in regards to this industry, and I'm working literally with some of the best people in the entrepreneurial speaking world. So reach out and let's see what we can do and how I can help you.
Yeah, and you can connect with them on Facebook too, so that would be great.
Yeah, I would say connect with me on Facebook. That's a really good way for most of my listeners, or most of my clients and friends or connections are 40 and above, right? So we're Facebook people.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, great. Well, thank you, listeners, for joining us with Fiz, and check his information out. It'll be listed below here, and have a great day, and we'll see you at another day on the podcast. Bye for now.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for listening to Prosperity Profiles Podcast, sponsored by Prosperity Profilers, LLC, helping you look prosperous, feel prosperous, and be prosperous. We hope you enjoyed our time together, and we'll visit again soon. You can learn more about Prosperity Profilers by going to hollyporter.com.